Welcome back to LegitStreetCars. My name is Alex, and last year I made a video on a $3,000 paint correction and ceramic coating on my 107,000 mile 2003 E55 AMG, and the video did pretty decent. As of right now, it sits at about 1.7 million views, and most of the comments were very positive as the car came out looking better than brand new. But aside from a few who felt the need to let me know the E55 isn't worth much money, like I didn't know that, many commented on how tinting the windows would complete the look of the car, and they were wondering why I hadn't done that while it was at the detail shop.
And to be honest, right before I made that video, some drunk kid tried to bash out my right rear window but failed miserably. Apparently, Mercedes-Benz uses some really strong glass because he managed to break out 5 other car windows right by my house, and I caught him on camera with a massive rock hitting the glass 2 times and then running off, and this is the only damage he managed to inflict on the E55. But either way, this warranted a complete replacement of this window glass. So I popped off the door panel, removed the scratched up glass, cleaned off the old tint from my new used piece of glass, removed all the glue that was on it, and I reinstalled it. And now we're ready to go. Now, just like the paint correction and ceramic coating video, we're back at Chicago Auto Pros in Glenview, Illinois, and just like that video, I'm taking you behind the scenes. We're gonna go step by step on a top-of-the-line procedure that includes tinting the side windows, tinting the back glass, installing a clear protective UV film on the windshield, and also ceramic coating all of the exterior glass as well. Now, this job, it costs about $1,000 and takes roughly 6 hours of labor. Now, I fully realize the E55 is not a very expensive car. I got a lot of that in the last video, but the goal for this one is to take you behind the scenes to show you a top-of-the-line procedure that does get done to a lot of exotics and higher-end vehicles, and also to satisfy my curiosity on what the difference is between your standard $250 tint job and something that costs 4 times as much. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let's get to work. All right, so the guys are going to town with step 1 on the E55, which is cleaning and preparation. And I've definitely never seen anything like this before. So this is Jason, the owner here at Chicago Auto Pros, and he is going to talk to us a little bit about window tint preparation.
Yes, so what they're doing is they're cleaning the windows. We want to take every precaution we can to make sure that we have the cleanest install. So what they're doing right now is Freddie's inside here. He's scrubbing the front windshield with a little white scrubby pad to remove any debris. We've done things like tape the seals up. These seals here are fabric, they're felt actually. If I pull one of these up, you can see all the little tiny fibers in there that could potentially be debris in between the window tint and the window. So we don't want that. We want the cleanest install as possible. So we take all those precautions.
Okay, and what is the deal with this guy right here, this fancy rope?
So this is just a soak shield. We put in between the dash and the window here. We're gonna be tinting the front windshield, and we don't want any water going down in between there where there's a lot of expensive electronics. So
okay, so this is tucked in right underneath. Wow, that's crazy.
Tucked in right there.
All right, so the next step is the fun part for me. This is where I get to choose which window tint I want. You guys know I'm gonna get the best one possible for the E55, and Jason's gonna explain kind of the differences. And there are different prices too, guys. You don't have to spend $1,000. But anyway, what are we picking from?
Yeah, you got a couple decisions to make. LLumar FomulaOne window tint has 3 types of film. We have our classic, which is a dyed film, Pinnacle ceramic, and Stratos, which is a dual layer ceramic film.
Sweet.
So the difference between them, the best way to explain it is, classic is kind of your basic entry-level film. If you're looking just for cosmetic purposes or just for privacy, I recommend going with the classic.
And how much
series.
is it on a normal 4-door sedan for that?
It starts at $289 on a 4-door sedan.
Perfect.
The Pinnacle and the Stratos are both ceramic, so they're gonna block that infrared heat that you feel from the sun.
Okay.
Ceramic, the Pinnacle is a great line. The Stratos is a dual layer ceramic, so it has 2 layers of ceramic, so it's just a better infrared heat rejection there.
Okay, and then how much would this be then on the E55?
$399, $579.
Okay, gotcha.
And the best way to show you that the heat difference is right here. This is a heat lamp, and this is an IR bulb in there, and when you put your hand up there, that's exactly what you're gonna feel from the sun.
Right.
That's with no tint.
Pretty toasty.
That's with your classic.
Little less.
Pinnacle.
That's a lot less.
Stratos.
Wow, that is basically like nothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So then the procedure, the labor involved is exactly the same, right? Even for the lower end, you guys are going to tape everything up. you know, scrub the inside of the windshield?
Prep is all the same.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome.
The biggest price difference is the type of film that we're using.
Okay, and then I think we talked about going 35% all the way around.
Legal.
That's legal.
Yep. All these films are going to look the same on your car, regardless of what line you go with.
Okay, so right now they have entered the E55 into a computer right over there, and it's actually going to print out the specific pattern for this car. So right now they're doing one of the side windows, and you can see the machine right now is cutting one of the layers. There's 2 layers on the tint, and that way we'll have an exact pattern. It'll match the window perfectly. Now there are some cars that don't show up in the computer system. These are typically what, exotic cars that you have to hand cut?
Mostly newer cars and really older cars.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
we'll have to hand cut those.
Right.
Yeah. For instance, we're going to be hand cutting your front windshield.
Oh, okay.
Because there's just not a pattern for the front windshield.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have some tips and secrets too that we don't cut on the actual windshield.
Oh, okay. All right, so now Freddie is going to hang up this tint. Oh, that's actually 2. Is that 2 glasses right there?
It's the 2 back windows.
Oh, the 2 back.
Windows.
Gotcha. Okay, so he hangs it up on this wall, and then he's going to use a razor blade, and basically you're going to just follow the lines that the machine made, right, to cut it all the way through?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so Oscar is wiping down the windshield with a dryer sheet, like literally a bounce dryer sheet, and I'm not entirely sure why, but Jason's gonna explain it to us.
So what we have to do is we have to conform this window tint to the windshield because it's a flat piece of film and this is a curved window. So what the dryer sheet's gonna do is allow that window tint to not stick to the windshield, and so we can heat shrink it down and conform it.
Okay, so you're basically taking the soap or whatever is on a dryer sheet, putting it on the glass. So you could use regular soap also?
You could use soap, you could use powder. It's just something anti-static so it doesn't stick to that windshield.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're basically just going to trace around the windshield. Is that the deal?
Yeah, so we don't cut on windshields, so I'm going to use a button.
A button?
Yeah, so I put this under between the film and then I just cut it all around.
Wow, okay. So where is this button?
Under there.
What?
It's in between
So now,
the film.
so like say it's there, you grab it there.
Dude, are you kidding me? Holy crap.
We want to minimize any risk of damage to that.
That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So the blade never touches the car at all.
Nope.
Nope.
That's awesome.
And you see, everything's nice and cut without you even touching the windshield.
Wait, so this is a race, right?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, he wants to.
Ready, go.
Jason, did you teach Oscar how to do this? Is this like...
A few years ago, yeah.
Okay. I think
he's the teacher
I'm
now.
pretty sure he's beating you. Better hurry up, Jason. He's gonna get you. Actually, no, don't hurry up. Do a good job.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand, Jason.
Look at that. You won.
Winner.
Look at that. You're not even close, man.
It's been a couple years.
Dude, come on.
All right, now that everything is shaped and conformed, the last step is we're going to use this magic permanent marker here and we're going to trace out where we need to cut this film. We'll take it off, we'll put it on our peel board, and we'll cut out the final cut. Just another measure so we don't have to cut on the windshield and risk any damage.
All right, so Freddie's afraid to race Oscar right now, so they're just kind of going at it at their own pace. So they're doing the exact same thing that they did with the front windshield, except this was already pre-cut, so he doesn't have to do the button trick with the razor blade or anything like that. They're just simply heating up the film so it conforms exactly to this back glass, and that way it's ready to be transferred to the inside of the glass, where they'll, again, kind of squeegee all the bubbles out of there and make it look perfect.
After the guys cut and molded the front and rear glass, it was time to install all of the film. They use a generous amount of soapy water on the glass and tint film so it can be slid perfectly into place. Something I found interesting is that they specifically use baby shampoo, which smells awesome, by the way. This part took another 2 hours or so, even with most of the team working, and a lot of that time was put into making sure the tint film looked like it was there from the factory. The film was moved around until the alignment with the edges of the glass were perfect. After they were happy with the film installation, a heat gun was used on the outside of the glass to start the drying process. They also spend a lot of time on details like cleaning the rubber strips at the top of the door panels while they were off. This part never really gets cleaned, so this was a great time to do it, and it ensures that the tint won't get scratched by debris. They even took the time to laminate the $100 Chicago City sticker that we're forced to buy, even though no one really knows where the money goes. So that way, when I have to replace it next year, I don't risk damaging the clear UV film on the inside of the windshield. After each section of the film was complete, each door panel was thoroughly cleaned and she was ready for a wash. Now each car is washed after the windows are tinted, but mine is also being washed because the driver fender, door, and mirrors need to be ceramic coated. Shortly after the entire car was coated last year, a pickup truck backed into my fender and smashed it into the driver front door. I also replaced the mirrors with the updated versions, and check out the difference between a ceramic coated panel and one without any coating at all.
You guys see this? So this door and the fender are not ceramic coated, and the water just kind of sticks to it, and then check this out, it just beads right off on the section that is ceramic coated. That is so cool.
The guys polished out the freshly painted panels so they matched the rest of the paint corrected car, and then Jason applied the ceramic coating. This style ceramic coating product gets applied with water, so the applicator gets soaked first with water, then they put the ceramic coating on the pad, and then it gets applied to the surface of the car.
All right guys, so the tinted windows are complete. The E55 is looking amazing. Jason and the guys just finished doing the ceramic coating on the fender, door, and both mirrors. They were painted about a month ago, and we had to wait roughly about a month for them to gas out before they could be re-ceramic coated. So now Jason is finishing it up. This is the last step for protecting the glass, and he's actually ceramic coating all the exterior glass on this car. So this is the second step of the process. First, what was it that you wiped on before this one, Jason?
It's just a two-step process. You got a base coat and then you got a top coat.
Gotcha. Okay, and this is the top coat. So after this,
yeah, it'll be super hydrophobic. You know, safety in the rain.
Okay.
Whenever you drive, you'll notice that you barely have to use your wipers when you drive.
Awesome.
Now.
Cool. All right, guys, final reveal time, and the E55 is looking amazing. I think the 35% window tint totally completes the look of my car. I'm not a huge fan of limo tint or anything much darker than this. You can still kind of see the interior of the E55, which is kind of cool. And then also our windshield, which is fully protected, looks totally stock. So the whole car is now ceramic coated. Now that they've finished up the fender, door, mirrors, the glass is coated, everything looks perfect. And Jason is going to talk to us a little bit about how to keep it looking this perfect.
Yeah, maintenance is pretty easy with your window tint. You're going to see some moisture and haziness for the next couple hours, but if you let that sit in the sun, that'll go away. Don't roll the windows up and down for about 2 or 3 days, and you'll be fine that. Otherwise, care is pretty easy. Just use something that's safe for window tint. We recommend not using anything with ammonia in it. And that's about it. For the coating on the outside, you'll clean it just as normal. Okay. Every 3 months, you'll get a packet. You can either do it yourself or you can bring it in. We'll do it for free. Pretty easy. Just kind of wipe it on, wipe it off, and that's the maintenance for the ceramic coating on the outside.
Wow, okay, so that's something you do on your own, and it'll keep up that hydrophobic capability on the glass. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the E55. I'm not sure what else I can clean on this thing to make it look any better, but the guys at Chicago Auto Pros did a fantastic job, and now honestly, I kind of feel bad driving it. I don't want to get it dirty. That'll do it for today's video, and comment down below if you'd like to see me go behind the scenes of any other trade or profession or specific procedure in the automotive industry. I love bringing you guys this type of content where you get to see exactly what goes into things that are done to your car that you may not be able to do at home. With that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, share the video, subscribe if you're new, and most importantly, have an awesome day. I'll catch you all in the next video.